She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as she stays with me. She said, she'll take me anywhere, she'll take me anywhere, as long as I stay clean. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Yes, yes, Molly's lips. Hey, Matt here. And Survivor Series 1996. I was in grade 7, which was kind of the turning point where I started getting back into wrestling. I wasn't necessarily a huge fan like I was in 93, 94, but I was getting back into it slowly. I do remember WrestleMania 13, which would obviously be a few months after this, but this was a good show. And I mean, it's one of those things where you see these stars that have just come in and they would still be around to this day, even. Like, I just makes me feel like these were definitely stars in the making. And at that time, very cool to see the evolution that would happen through the years. You have the 4-on-4 match. The pre-show, you have Aldo Montoya, Bart Gunn, Bobby Holly, and Jesse James, who defeated Billy Gunn, Justin Bradshaw, Salvador Sincari, and the Sultan, which had Iron Sheik and Uncle Zebediah, whatever. And didn't see this match. I don't know if I saw it at the time, to be honest with you. But I don't remember too much about Aldo Montoya. It was pretty cool to see Jesse James and Billy Gunn on opposite teams. But this was the part where I guess you have Smoking Guns, who broke up a year or so, and then you have the Sultan, who came into the wrestling business, and it was like, yeah, very cool to see that. I mean, Rikishi Fatu has had a lot of gimmicks in the WWE, WWF, but this was cool. And then, of course, Justin Bradshaw, or Justin Hawk Bradshaw, who was managed by Dirty Dutch at that point, although not in this match, was also getting into his own in the WWF. He was in Japan for a while, so it was cool to see that too. I mean, yeah, it was awesome. So we begin this show with Doug Furnas, Henry O. Godwin, I guess, Phil LaFon, and Phineas L. Godwin, who defeated British Bulldog, Lave Cassidy, aka Al Snow, who was supporting the goatee at the time. You know, it's kind of funny because I still get blown away even now that Al Snow was in WWF at this time. Of course, he was the New Rockers with Marty Jannetty, so, you know, you have that. But yeah, the Rockers, and then Owen Hart was in this match with Clarence Mason. So yeah, Marty Jannetty, who got eliminated by Henry Godwin. Henry got eliminated by Owen. Phineas got eliminated by Bulldog. Leif Garrett eliminated by Phil LaFon. Bulldog got eliminated by Phil. And then Owen Hart was eliminated by Doug Furnas, and Doug and Phil won. And this was all basically pinfall, which I thought was pretty cool. Actually, I think all these matches were pinfall, which last time it was different. So this was cool. This was a pretty good match. This match here, you have The Undertaker taking on Mankind, and Paul Bearer was suspended by, or in the shark cage rather. You have Mankind who entrapped The Undertaker and Justin Hawk Bradshaw beating The Undertaker up. They have the infamous Boiler Room Brawl, to which Paul Bearer did turn on The Undertaker, which was a big shock at the time, siding with Mankind. So this was interesting. There's a lot of good moves outside the ring and the crowd. And yeah, Undertaker basically went over Tombstone, and this obviously wouldn't be their last match, obviously. They feuded over the years, and it's, you know, you got the classic Hell in a Cell match in 1998, which, you know, it's cool. It's cool to see these two guys have a history and they can still talk about these matches. So, you have this match, you've got Jake Roberts, Mark Merrill with Sable, a debut to the WWF of Rocky Maivia. Now, I do remember this. I remember the package. I remember seeing, you know, him working out in the gym. The name where he took the first part from his dad, Rocky Johnson, and then the last name from his grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia. So that was cool. They got the Stalker, which I still don't remember, and I'm pretty sure Barry Windham doesn't want to remember that either. And they defeated Crush, Goldust with Marlena, Jerry the King Lawler, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And I mean, you had at one point Triple H and The Rock in the ring together. So that was pretty cool. You know, and it got the point where Jake Roberts did pin Jerry Lawler, but The Rock that defeated Goldust to be the sole survivor. Guess this match for the WWE Championship #1 contender, you have Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Again, this was an excellent feud. I do remember this specifically because Bret was gone for a while, and you have all these vignettes for Stone Cold. And there's, again, another package wanting to take on Bret. So it finally does happen. You have this match. This was very good technical, you know. They also did a lot of good high-flying moves, and it was one of those things where, again, you know, the leads into WrestleMania 13. You have Bret, who he basically does the same pin that he does to Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8. And wins the match. So he's going to face the winner of the main event. So you got this match. Got fake Diesel, fake Razor Ramon, Big Van Vader with Clarence Mason and Jim Cornette, who defeated Flash Funk, or they took on Flash Funk, Jimmy the Superfly Snuka, Salvio Vega, and Yokozuna. So, yeah, but basically no winner. But I do love the fact how they called it fake Diesel, fake Razor. Yeah, I mean, obviously Scott Hall and Kevin Nash had left WWF, so got Glenn Jacobs and Richard Wagner. Oh, he was Canadian. I did not know that. But anyways, yeah, this was a good match too. Unfortunately, these things happen, but a lot of good competitors in this one. But you go on to the main event. You've got Psycho Sid Justice, who took on Shawn Michaels with Jose Lothario. The WWF Championship match. And this was cool. I mean, a lot of good moves. Yeah, that sweet chin music at one point that didn't work. You have Shawn Michaels do this standing. It looked like it was a standing figure four or whatever. It could have been a toe lock. It's not the first time something fucked up happened to Sid's leg, but you have a very good match. Sid hits a choke slam, and yeah, basically hit the power bomb for the win, becoming the new WWF champion. So it was WrestleMania 13, where you have Sid taking on The Undertaker. Now, obviously, the winner was Stone Cold Steve Austin at Royal Rumble 97, but for some reason, well, actually, yeah, that was the whole thing. He took on Bret and a submission match, but yeah, so I stumbled quite a bit here, but I do apologize for that. It was still a good show. And I mean, even if I don't remember seeing it back in this day, you know, it was still good to look at and to see a lot of these wrestlers that would eventually become famous, like Triple H, like The Rock, hell, even Al Snow, who eventually went back to ECW before coming back to WWE and then elsewhere. But anyways, there it is. Survivor Series 1996. Bye.
So you know that them cutting WCW was a long time coming. I don't think that's the case at all. If you look at some of his earlier interviews, like